So today we're going to be taking over the Colorado Rockies, and this video can't end until I win a World Series. And with this team being ranked the 29th overall squad in baseball, I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. I mean, just looking at the roster, Doyle in center is probably the best player we've got. We've got Jones, Tovar, McMahon, kind of on the left side of the infield. We've got Tolia at first, and then there's a lot of question marks with the team. And pitching, can't count on pitching in Coors. And I know in MLB The Show, they don't have like a Coors effect during simulation. So, of course, I got to make this rebuild a little bit more difficult. So, outside of winning the World Series, I've come up with 3 challenges that we have to accomplish for this rebuild. And since we were talking about pitching, we can't have a single player over the rating of 83 overall. The only way we can have a player over 83 overall is if we have drafted the player or he is currently a prospect in the organization. The reason I say that is because I'm really hoping Chase Dolander can be used in this rebuild, and he's one of the top prospects in the Rockies organization. Also, top pitchers don't want to come to play for the Rockies because it's basically just ending your career. So I feel like if we draft the players, we can use them, but we can't go out there and sign top free agent pitchers. Challenge number 2, this one's focused on offense. I want to break the home run record set in a single season. I'm not talking about the Barry Bonds one. I'm talking about the team one set by the Braves in 2023, where they hit 307 home runs as a squad. So we need to come up with our own bomb squad. And then the final challenge is a little bit of a dig at the Rockies, but they haven't been too good at trading away their expiring contracts and also just making trades in general. So if I make a trade, it has to look like this in the top of the trade feedback bar. It has to favor the CPU team every single time. So this isn't a trade I'm doing, but it's an example that I have to favor the CPU in every single trade. So challenge is out of the way. Let's go win a World Series with the Rockies. So before we get any further into the video, here is the roster that I've been using. The only tweaks that I've made are 2 potentials to certain prospects. Again, I'm always looking for new rosters in the vault, but this is the one that I've been using for now. So go check it out. So we've briefly talked about the team. I don't want to focus on it too much because right now, like it's an okay team to start with. It's definitely a team that needs a little bit of a rebuild. So we're going to have to figure out a couple things. Pitching wise, lineup wise, there's definitely some holes in the team. So we'll see what happens. Like, this contract sucks, right? He's just been injured all the time. It's been brutal for him. We'll see what he can do for us for a season or two. But we'll see how these guys do. If they do well, we keep them. If not, let's get rid of them. Pitching wise, I don't know what to expect. It's literally just going to be just whatever happens. Zach Veen has struggled as a prospect up until this point. He's had a decent spring, so maybe he makes the team this year in real life. This is a crazy photo of him for his card art, but we'll see if we can get him involved. Robert Kalaz is another top prospect in the organization. We'll see what happens with his development. Dale Amador, middle infielder, maybe our second baseman for the future. Chase Dolander, the pitcher that I'm hoping we can see in this rebuild, but looks decent to start. And then their number 1 pick from last year's draft, Charlie Condon, I believe just broke his hand or broke his wrist. So he's currently injured, but this is a guy I definitely want to get in the rebuild. With the A potential, the position flexibility, I'm excited about this. So I'm not expecting much from season 1. Let's get to the draft. All right, season 1 draft, very, very important. We got to get it right. Let's do this. I've got quite a few players that I'm interested in. These 2 are probably the lowest on my board in Bautista, number 5 on the board, or in our scouts think he's number 5 on the draft board. I mean, it's just like, he looks fine, but compared to the other players that I want, he's probably one of the lower ones. Same thing with Melton. Like, again, he looks like he's going to be decent, but these other guys are better. David Morse, the potential. He's going to be a high 60 overall player. I mean, like I said, we're not allowed to get higher than 83 rated pitchers unless we draft them. This would set us up for the future for sure. This guy looks insane. Good pitch mix, kind of. You know, I mean, it says he's 23rd on the board, but the potential and the rating, come on. Schnell is one that's definitely going to be a little bit more of a project, but also, like, compared to Morse, it doesn't look that much different. So again, another pitcher that I feel like would really help us in the future. We've got Rosales if I need a catcher. Good potential, good overall to start with. He's number 4 according to our scouts. I feel like this is a position that we could also upgrade to. A catcher, we're a little thin there in terms of talent. This one, though, I think this guy's generational. Something about him. The hitting stats just look way too good to not be. The potential, maybe not, maybe the overall, but he is also 18, so the range for the potential and the overall is going to be higher than someone who's 22. I don't know, something about him. Something about him, like I really want him in the team. And then Ronnie Young, I think, is my number one pitching target. So realistically, I think it's gonna be like maybe like these three at the top, and then Rosales, then Schnell, and then these two. We have the fourth pick, so realistically, I needed to go like let Ronnie Young or Ike Holland make it to us. So it's gonna be a pitcher with the first pick. It is gonna be Adrian Burgos. Okay, that's good. Who's the second pick? Looks like it's a position player. It is Marshall Rosales. It's the catcher. Okay, so we're gonna get one of our two targets in the pitcher or the first baseman. Who? It's long hair. So we're gonna get one of our players. It's Tommy Mitchell. Okay. Oh, now I wasn't expecting to be able to get, like, I thought we lost one of our targets. So do I go with the pitcher? Because this way we guarantee a high potential, high overall pitcher for the future, right? Like this sets us up for this is our ace, or this is our number two, like Young plus Dolander. That sets us up so well for the future. Or do I take a chance and get Ike Holland and just say, you know what, we really need the bat, a lefty bat, lefty. I don't even care if he throws lefty. He's a first baseman. I mean, I know we have Tolia, we have a couple other guys that could potentially move there, like Charlie Condon, but I think I got to take the position player. Like this, I know you guys are probably screaming. This is probably the one time you're screaming at me to take a pitcher. I'm taking the first baseman. We're going Ike Holland. Here we go. I just simulated to the second round. Yeah? Did I scout this guy wrong? Is this guy going to be really bad? He did opt out of his doctor exam. Oh no. I guess we're about to find out. Like that shouldn't happen. The number 2 player by MLB, our scouts have him at number 1. Did I scout him with my scout that wasn't a pitching guru? I'm freaking out now. I don't know what to expect. All right, let's go to our next pick. This guy I do want. We have him at 92. Oh, wait, no. This was a late pick because of the potential. How's Ambrose looking? Looks like he's going to allow a lot of hits and a lot of walks. I don't know if I like that. I'm going to take Jeff Williams. If he allows a hit, it's a home run, which makes sense. We're in course. Another reason I don't want to take Will Crook is because, like, he's so low rated. He's going to be in the 50s. That's just like, yeah, cool, 8 potential. But, like, do I take Barry Ambrose instead? Again, he's going to be in the 50s. And it's not like I have a lot of time to make this pick either. Oh, I'm also just looking. Ooh, I forgot about this guy. He's in the 50s as well, but, like, might as well just get another position player. And we're going to get Dalton Burdick. And now I don't think I have any other scouted positions. I totally forgot that I scouted that guy. That was a little pleasant surprise that I totally forgot about. So now I think now we just finish it off with pitchers. It's not super important. I'll see you guys at the end of the draft. All right, I'm approaching the deadline, and I want to get rid of Senzatella's contract just in case we really need to spend some money. I can't have 30 mil for the next couple seasons tied up in Senzatella. He's having a great season, and the Mariners are a team that are willing to take his contract. So I'm literally just going to see if I can get anybody here. So to make this possible, let me see if I can get someone that's like slightly usable for the future. I mean, as anybody like not in the, like, I don't want Fujinami. Maybe Bizardo. Can I get Bizardo? Oh man, that's gonna be a tough ask. So maybe I guess Josh Fleming, and then I'm gonna have to throw in a prospect to make this possible. It shouldn't be like a crazy prospect. So let's see here. Like, is this gonna be possible? Oh, I can literally just throw in anybody. Okay, so we'll throw in. Let's give them. I might just go with like a first base prospect or a second base. I'll find somebody. All right, I'm just gonna throw in Ryan Ritter. They said they need a shortstop. Do they really need one that badly? I mean, I guess he moves into like their second best shortstop. They want a third baseman too. I guess I could give them like Shunk. That works. All right, there we go. It's in their favor. Realistically, Josh Fleming shouldn't cost too much. I'm just giving them someone that can slot in at third base for them. I feel like that's an okay trade. All right, the Astros are willing to give me Glenn Otto and Hayden Wesneski for Jake Woodford and Lucas Gilbreth. Again, sure. Jake Woodford is probably our most valuable trade piece at the deadline right now. So that's saying something. Alrighty, Austin Gomber is going to get me Austin Cox. I don't know why it's Austin Cox from the Royals. I'm just trying to get rid of some of these big contracts that I don't like. And then the Marlins are willing to take Kyle Freeland's disgusting contract. I was trying to get, what's his face? Joey Gallo, obviously the recent outfielder converted starting pitcher, relief pitcher. That's what he's trying to do now. He's retired from playing as a position player. he recently announced. He's been really bad with the White Sox, but I feel like let's do a little fun. You know what? I'm gonna do this trade. I'm gonna get Joey Gallo. Let's do a little throw him in Coors, see what he can do. Probably not much, but let's see what happens. We're gonna give them Kyle Freeland and Benny Montgomery. I feel like giving them some sort of prospect makes it fair. All right, pretty big trade at the deadline, or right about the deadline. O'Neal Cruz goes to the Tigers for Jackson Jobe and how you lead. It is a deadline, not making any more moves. The Royals are offering me a pitcher. I don't want him. Last day to sign players. I think I got everybody. Ike Holland actually signed like not today, but like around this week. He was declining every offer. I was a little worried we weren't gonna get him. So let's see. Let's see. Generational talent. That's what I'm talking about. Generational talent for Ike Holland. Obviously, we won't know if he has any quirks until the offseason, but that is huge. Ronnie Young. Okay, so yeah, my scouts led me astray a little bit. Or maybe he had an injury and it lowered his potential, but okay, that's fine. Or maybe I scouted him with the wrong scout, which is definitely a possibility. But either way, 82 potential, 70 overall is still not bad, right? Like that's still a guy that we could easily use in this rebuild. So like we definitely got a little bit overhyped, but yeah, it's still a good pickup. Beat potential, what was it, 83 for this guy here? I mean, that's not too bad either. At the third round or competitive balance round, we've got Burdick here, who's also got beat potential. He looks okay, more of a fielding / speed build. Almost like who did we just trade away? Montgomery, kind of the same build that he had when he came out of college. He was known as a guy with really good speed, a good glove, but the bat was something that needed to develop. And then the rest of the picks, we got 75 potential for Fitz Kaplan, who is 75 currently. So I think I'm going to make him a reliever so his overall drops, and then that way he can kind of grow a little bit and develop as a pitcher. The clutch isn't great, so maybe as like a sixth man reliever. 90 potential for Dunham, and then C potential for Waylock. 73 potential, so again, probably make him a reliever, let him develop a little bit, but also like 73 potential, might just leave him as a starter, let him develop a little bit too. So good draft. We talked about Morse. He's got A potential. It is 93. That's pretty good. Rosales was the catcher that went right before us. Like I said, the bat looks great. 6'4" switch hitting catcher with a really good bat and decent fielding. We could have used that. Buck Melton was another player that was kind of on my board. Outfielder, honestly looks pretty decent with 90 potential. Not bad. And then Bautista was the outfielder, also had 90 potential, looks pretty good too. But hey, we got generational talent. That's all that matters. All right, 59 and 103. Yep, that's what I expected. That's what I expected 100%. Let's go take a look and just see how many home runs we had as a team, just to get an idea of where we're at. We are at 155. Honestly, not too bad. We're not last. We're about halfway to where we need to be. So there's that. Awards, Ozuna beating out Ohtani for MVP, along with Aaron Judge on the AL side. We've got Gilbert, who had a crazy good season, along with Yamamoto as the Cy Young winners. Yelich and Judge, batting title winners. We've got Lucas Erceg, who had a crazy good season, along with Tyler Holton. Holy cow, that's insane. Ryan Walker was the reliever of the year on the NL side, and then rookie of the year goes to Roki Sasaki, along with Kobe Mayo. All right, this is going to be a mess, so I'm going to see if there's anybody that I called up that we could point out. I think Seth Halverson got a little bit of time, 8 innings, not too bad. I mean, I know he's in real life going to be on the roster for opening day, I believe. He developed quite well. It's just deep potential. I don't really know how much I'm going to be able to use him, right? Victor Vodnik, I didn't get any time in the majors this year. I kind of moved around the lineup a little bit just to kind of let some guys develop. I like the development, +5, +6. That's huge for next season. So I think he'll be a part of the bullpen for the future. Chivilli and Criswell. So I think this might actually just be the team that we finished the year with. Scott Alexander was our main guy as the closer. Castillo's not coming back. Kinley's not coming back. So those three not important. Austin Cox came in. Okay, I see you. Wisniewski came in, got shelled a little bit with us, which is not great. Jake Bird, we'll see what he can do moving forward. 67 overall, looks decent so far. And then Rollison came up and got shelled in September. The rotation, Herman Marquez feels like someone we just got to keep around. He feels like a Rocky for life at this point. We'll see what happens, though. Feltner, yeah, that's pretty bad. I did sign Spencer Turnbull at the end of the trade deadline because I really needed a pitcher. It cost me $9 million, but he was pretty good. I don't think I'll bring him back. I know in real life he hasn't signed with a team either, I believe. Apparently a lot of teams are worried about the physical that he had, so there must be something in there that is scaring teams off. Jaden Hill came up, gave us 150 innings, was okay. And then Carson Palmquist was not. Dolander, though, tearing it up in Double A, tearing it up in Triple A. I'm just not trying to rush him because, like, right now we're not really being competitive. And also, it just doesn't really seem like it's worth calling him up at the moment. Maybe next year, like mid-season or something like that. But our bench was pretty atrocious as well outside of Kyle Farmer. So we'll move forward. They just sent everybody that was on the bench down. That's literally what they did. Like Stallings, Bouchard. They sent down Chris Bryant. I mean, he was pretty bad too. That's going to be a guy I try to get the contract somewhere else. Yanquiel Fernandez tore up AAA this year. Great development from him. Jordan Beck, at least +9 on a couple things, or at one thing, +4 on a couple things. Good to see. And then where is Zach Veen? That was a guy I wanted to talk about. Let's see what he did in September. Not much. Looking at the lineup, Brenton Doyle is someone that I want to move lower into the lineup just because of the on-base percentage isn't great. We'll see what he can do moving forward. McMahon's probably a trade piece with his contract expiring in 2027. See if we can get something decent in return. Plus, I want to see if we can get the team a little bit younger. But overall, not a terrible season. Tovar had a pretty okay year, almost 20 home runs. I'll take that. Nolan Jones, great development. Okay. Let's see what he can do moving forward. I like seeing that. Ooh, Tolia, great development. 24 home runs. The rest of the numbers don't look great, but like, okay, I'm seeing some growth from players. Okay, Joey Gallo. The revival of the career didn't work out, and then Tyro Estrada, yeah, not great either. Where's the power in this team? How does Hunter Goodman have beat potential now? How? I mean, okay, I'm sure I'm not going to complain, right? Like we're getting players to develop a little bit. Charlie Condon, I left him in single A all season. He was developing. I figured let's just leave him there. I mean, +3 in every single category and more. Love to see that. Kalaz, +15 power versus lefties. Amador who is my hitting coach? Give this guy a raise. Who's my hitting coach? Who's my farm director? Give them raises. All of them. Keep them around for the future. Like they've got to stay in the team because whatever they were doing, yeah, it's working. So the World Series winner is going to be the Braves over the Mariners. And I only saw my first base coach left or retired. So I think we should be okay with the coaches moving forward. My farm director, my hitting coach, and my pitching coach all left. Also, Bud Black, good hits per 9, good walks per 9, but the contact and power being -2, -3, you gotta go. You gotta go. I'm sorry, Bud Black. It's been real. Third base coach can stay good, but literally every other coach that I signed left. I did sign them for a year, so I guess that would make sense now that I'm thinking about it. I gotta go get them back onto the team. So Marquez, I'm gonna offer him. He's 31. I'll give him 1 year, $9 million, 9.5. Hopefully he resigns, and then everybody else can go. So I'm gonna be honest, guys. Me showing you this offseason is going to be so boring because I am not gonna sign anybody good. So I'm not gonna show you the offseason. Let's get to season 2. All right, I lied. I'm making a trade. Chris Bryant. I'm a huge fan. I'm a Cubs fan, right? Chris Bryant, love what he did for the squad, but I gotta get rid of the contract. So he's going back to the Cubs. I'm going to pick up Chris Flexen, and I'm going to give him Sterling Thompson. There we go. It also opens up so much money. Look at our budget now, $138 million. And now, let me show you our draft picks. We'll start at the bottom. Dunham, no quirks. Burdick, pinch hitting, and dead red. Okay. And then what other quirk do we have? Oh, please give me something good. Rally Monkey and Stopper performs better when the team is behind and performs better when the team is behind. They know. They're like, this team's really bad. We got to give him something that helps him out. This dude is built 6'1", 226. We're going to start him in the minor leagues, but we'll see. And just really quickly, I guess I could tell you the plans for the offseason. I feel like still kind of in a growth year, right? Dolander probably comes up next year. Ike probably comes up next year, right? Who else could potentially come up next year? So Dolander, Ike, Yanquiel probably comes up next year. We have hopefully get some good years out of Veen and Beck in terms of development. Charlie Condon could potentially come up next year. So that'll be first with Holland. Outfield is probably like Veen, Beck. You've got Condon. You've got a couple other Yanquiel, like a couple guys there. Condon can also play the infield if need be. So I feel like offensively, we're starting to put some pieces together. I want to see if I can find some cheap, like diamonds in the rough pitchers. Again, we can't go over 83. And how it'll work is like say I sign somebody that's like an 80, and then in a couple seasons they get over 83, we'll trade them away for a different pitcher or somebody else. So if like during the season they get to 83 or higher, we'll keep them around for that season, but then they have to be gone for the next year, right? So let's see here. So I'm not just going to go around and sign like every single 83 available, but I might sign like, like an 80 and hope we can get like a season or two out of them in terms of um, them being solid for us. But we'll see what happens. I'm looking at the pitchers right now. It's looking a little thin. I'm not gonna lie. So we'll have to wait and see. But that's kind of my plans. Let's find a couple diamonds in the rough for pitching, and then maybe like a veteran or two that we could flip at the trade deadline offensively. We'll see. All right, season 2, a lot of changes, lot of changes, mostly to the pitching staff. So let's talk about it. So Herman Marquez is back. We've got Jordan Montgomery. I know you're like, wow, the Diamondbacks don't want him. Why would you want him? I don't know. Especially 14 mil. He was pretty decent last year, but realistically, I just needed a pitcher, maybe someone that we could flip at the deadline. Next up, we got Paul Blackburn, another one of those guys, 13 mil. Can I flip him at the deadline? That's what I'm looking for. We got Cal Quantrill. He's back. 10 mil. Let's flip him at the deadline. That's really what I'm looking for here. And then I picked up Dominic Campbell in the Rule 5 draft. That's our 5. Then I picked up Steven Matz as a long reliever. He didn't really cost that much, 3.5 mil, nothing too crazy. And then we've got Bird, Vodnik, Wisniewski, Sir Anthony Dominguez, who I picked up for 3.5 mil. Could be a decent little bullpen arm for us. Foucher, also picked him up, 1.2 mil. He was pretty bad last year, but he was one of the better arms that I could find. And I'm realizing I don't have a lefty in the bullpen besides Steven Matz. Either way, Swanson, also a new addition, 2 mil. And Kyle Finnegan, new addition, 4 mil. Entire new staff. I told you it was happening. Lineup wise, some new names too. Andujar comes in to face lefties. He was 6 mil. Again, like not a bad season with the Athletics last year. I will take it. Signed Barnes, Foscue, and Miguel Vargas to kind of round out the lineup. I feel like I'm missing a player. Oh, nope. I'm rocking with 2 long relievers. So yes. Matt Vierling, picked him up, 29 years old, 5 mil. Let's see what he can do. Not the best season in 38 games last year, but a little bit of position flexibility. So we'll see what happens there. And I think that's it. This is the rest of the team. Got the prospects where they need to be in the farm system. We're good to go. Let's get through the draft. Realistically, I'll probably just see you guys at the end of the year heading into the offseason. We'll talk about our picks. We'll see. I don't know. I'll probably make some trades too. What am I talking about? I got to make some trades. See you guys at the deadline. Draft number 2. I only have 2 options, and we're pick number 3. So if those 2 picks go, I don't know who my plan C is. So Vince Slater, switch hitting second baseman. I know we have Amador. I think this guy's a generational talent. I don't have the best position scout, but like the overall looks great. The potential looks the same range as what Howard did. I think this guy's a generational talent. I also think this guy's a generational talent too. So yeah, Perry Henley. So do I want Perry Henley or do I want Vince Slater? How is Vince Slater 5'9", 207? Perry Henley's 5'11", 209. They're basically the same size. Just one's a switch hitter, one's not. I mean, I guess Henley is a third baseman. Vince is not a shortstop, and he's definitely a second baseman. Unless I like wanted to move him to the outfield, he does have a little bit of speed. So Henley's like pure hitter with a little bit of fielding. Slater's a hitter with a little bit of fielding, a little bit worse fielding, better speed. Oh man, I don't know, man. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter if they both get chosen, right? So let's see. First pick. Who is this? Pedro Valle. I didn't even scout him. I mean, the CPU probably knows something I don't. Let's see. Pick number 2. It is. I'm going to get a choice. Okay. We have Amador. We have McMahon. We don't necessarily have a third baseman for the future. I mean, Amador could also move around the... How tall is Dale Amador? I got to look this up now because I don't know off the top of my head. How tall is he? Let's see. He is 6 foot. So, I mean, I could move him to third. But then I also have Henley who could also play third. I mean, Tolia could be DH. Could we move someone to? Okay, so Amador could play second, third, short. Tovar's short. I mean, it's the same player. Who do I want? Do I want to move Amador to third, or do I just want to just keep Henley at third? I'm gonna go with Perry Henley, and the reason I'm doing that is I'm looking at the vision and the discipline, and I think that is gonna help him out a little bit more than Slater. The contact looks a little bit better for Slater, but I want to keep Amador at second, and we're gonna have Perry Henley as our third baseman to replace Ryan McMahon in the future. So now we've got two big boys manning the corners. I'm hoping he's a generational talent, and I'm hoping I did not miss out on Vince Slater. And I'm going to add some guys to the list, and we'll see what we can do from there. I'm going to go Daniel Ramirez for my next pick. We scouted him, discovered him, whatever you want to say. He looks great. He looks amazing. I'm going to take him. I'm going to take Russell Hill. Sure, why not? I'm not really liking a lot of the rest of the players in the draft, so I'm probably just going to let the CPU handle the rest. All right, at the deadline, I'm moving Steven Matz. He's the best pitcher we have. I'm going to pick up Chris Murphy from the Red Sox. I'll quickly show you. Like, we are atrocious. Like, that's bad. That's bad. I mean, do I move Paul Blackburn? Do I keep him and hope that, like, he has a little bounce back season? Like, Jordan Montgomery had a 3.5 ERA up until like a month ago, and then he fell apart. I don't know what happened, man. I've sent down a couple relievers already, like, just because they've been so bad. It has been atrocious. I need to move Swanson and Finnegan. And then offensively, I'm going to look to get a bounce back year from McMahon next year. But offensively, even the team's doing really bad. The only one that's doing well is like Miguel Andujar. Like, everybody else has been atrocious. So, like, I really don't know what to do. Kyle Finnegan from Brendan Little of the Blue Jays. That's the move I'm going to make. And then I have one more reliever that I need to get rid of. I don't know who to send him to. Not a lot of teams are actually looking for relievers this year. Let's see. I don't really like any of these options here. I don't really want him. Swanson for McMillan of the Phillies. I guess that's the move. I think that's it. I'm gonna eat it. I'm gonna take the hit. And I know a lot of you guys are always like, trade your expiring contracts. I mean, there's like really nothing I can get. There's like a lot of players that are similar to like Justin Foscue. That's really what I'm getting. Or they're trades that like just shouldn't go through. Like I did a search trade for Andujar and I got Michael Busch of the Cubs. Like, that shouldn't be a trade that I'm getting. So it's either those kind of trades or trades that like they're just not gonna raise the floor of the team, or they're just not even going to be players that like even make the team. Like, Brendan Little was fine, McMillan's fine, but like realistic outside of that, I don't really know who else is going to crack the team. Like, they're around the 70 mark. So I think I'm going to leave it like this. I might send down Chris Murphy for now. Let's see here. Actually, I can have another player. I can call up a player. I do need an offensive player. Do I call up Yanquiel Fernandez and let him just see how he does? Because I sent down Veen. Veen was struggling so badly. What's Yanquiel doing? He's hit 278. He's developing really well. He's only 23. Let's let him finish the year here. Let's just call up some, like, I guess like Nick Prado. Like, we'll add him to the 40 man, and then you know what? Let's add Junior Severino, Twins prospect. Yeah, we'll throw him into the team and just let him ride the bench. That's it. I mean, the team's doing poorly. We're way in last. I know we're in last. We're not even going to be close to anybody. Oh, the Blue Jays are worse. I made a trade with the Blue Jays. I thought the Blue Jays were competing. Oops. Oh well. Yeah, that's the team. I think I signed everybody. Let's just get through let's get through the trade deadline. Let's let them fix the lineup and everything. Make sure that they didn't change anything though, cuz CPU likes to do that from time to time. Doesn't look like they did. Did they send anybody down that they shouldn't have? No. Good. All right, so this is it. Did we get it right? Perry Henley. We did. Back-to-back generational talents, 99 potential, 81 overall, good fielding. Honestly, I didn't even realize he had that decent of speed and good hitting. So 88 potential with Ramirez. He looks decent. Looks like he's going to strike out a bunch of people. And then a couple 80, like we'll flow through it. Low 80 potential. Giovanni Little had 76 potential. Culver has A potential. And then Benitez has C potential. Let's go find that second baseman. Vince Slater was also a generational talent. 81 overall. Better speed. Worse fielding. Similar bat, I think. I definitely went the wrong way for this. Let's slowly flow through everybody. Let's see. Maybe slightly contact, like better cons. Oh boy. Slightly better contact versus righties, but outside of that, they look pretty similar hitting wise. I don't know. I'm okay with the pick that we made. I am. 65 and 97, which is an improvement from last year. So we won what, 6 more games? Was that what it was? 65? Yeah, so we won 6 more games. Okay, I mean, baby steps, baby steps. As a team, how many home runs did we hit? Maybe 100, 126. So less than last year. Not ideal. Reese Hoskins MVP? Reese Hoskins. Is he a free agent? Am I gonna take the bait and try to sign him? Am I gonna take the bait and try to sign him? I mean, that is a crazy year from Reese Hoskins. Rafi Devers, we've got Cy Young went to Sasaki, so rookie of the year, then Cy Young back to back. Not a bad start to your career. Crochet won the Cy Young on the AL side, beating out Joe Ryan and Eflin. We've got Xavier Edwards and Correa as the batting title winners. Vest and Edwin Diaz, who had a crazy season. Holy cow, 0.84 ERA, 0.94 whip. Okay. And rookie of the year went to Killian Hemphill. Yep. I mean, that's a good season. I can't complain. He's got deep potential, but Kevin Alcantara and Orelvis Martinez were also in the mix. And then on the AL side, it was Emmanuel Rodriguez of the Twins. Okay. All right. I mean, I already know this is going to be a mess. So let's see here. Carson didn't pitch in the majors. Fleming was no, but maybe Brendan Little. How did he do? Not bad. Not bad. Victor Vodnik really, really struggled this season. I don't know what to do with him. I want him to be good. Like the stats look good. The B potential should be solid. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Who else pitched this year? Wisniewski was pretty solid in like this middle relief, long relief role. Feltner pitched 9 innings. Can't really judge him on that. Austin Cox got 30 innings, was pretty solid. Foucher, not ideal for sure. McMillan came okay from the Phillies. Did a little bit of work. How many innings? 22. Okay. Sir Anthony Dominguez was fine. And then back to Rollison. Our starters, I think, all kind of settled around the 4.5 ERA mark, which it's not the worst at all. Like, it's just like these guys definitely don't need to be at the top of the rotation. Essentially, I have a bunch of 4 and 5 starters, and I need to figure out what I want to do with the rest of them. Ike Holland is up to an 83 overall. No contact improvements is a little disappointing, but I'm pretty happy with the rest of the improvements. The power, the vision, the discipline, the clutch, everything else looks pretty good there. Charlie Condon, small growth, but he's getting there. Who else? Jordan Beck, decent season there. I'm trying to see. It looks like they called up a couple guys. Kalaz. Ooh, okay. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm just gonna go to our prospects page. It's so much easier this way. We do have the number 1 prospect in baseball, which is awesome. So Holland, Kalaz, Condon. Dolander looks pretty decent too. That's some good growth. Robbie Young, the guy that only has like 82 potential, but hey, it was still a decent pick for us. Amador up to a 68. Okay. I might give him the shot next year. We'll see. Jeff Williams. Okay. Burdick. All right. Anybody else that I'm missing here? I know Zach Veen is a guy that we'll have to look at because he really struggled at the majors this year. 100 games. Yeah, that's pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Foscue, 64 at bats. Not great. Romo, B potential. Okay. Didn't get any time in the majors, but B potential is interesting. And then Yankiel was called up, but didn't get any time in the majors. Same thing with Amador. Vierling. Honestly, like, if he wants like 5 or 6 mil again, I wouldn't be opposed to like a bench roll. Because like those aren't terrible numbers. McMahon was pretty bad this year. I really need a bounce back year next year. Tovar, dude, what is going on? That is oh boy. What happened? What happened to the team? Everybody sucked it up this year. Like, I brought back the same hitting coach, the same exact hitting coach as last year. So what? All right, tear it down. The Tigers defeat the Mets in the World Series. I mean, what? Like, who? Look at my hitting coach. Power, clutch, vision, and contact. That is a great hitting coach. Like, who else should I go for? The contact? Do I need to get a hitting coach that has better contact than +1? Like this guy? Or this guy and say, we don't need clutch, just give me contact power and vision? Is that what I need to do? I feel like that's not a bad coach to get at all. Do I need to go with somebody else? I feel like I have to after the fact that do I give him one more season? I'm gonna give him one more year. I'm gonna give him one more year. Honestly, I don't even know what to do with this. So yeah, I mean, I definitely should bring back at least one of these pitchers here. I think I'm gonna bring back Blackburn, or at least try to. I'll bump this up. Do I want 2 years? I'll try 2 years. I'll try 2 years. We'll bump it down to like 30 mil. He'll be 35. I'll take the chance. I'll take the chance. We'll go 32 for 2 years. It's a decent chunk of change, but we're gonna rock with it there. And Andujar, how much does he want for a season? 6 mil. I'll consider it. I want to keep Marquez, but like, what does he want? 1 year, 13? Fine, 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 fine. Those are the moves. Again, free agency. I don't know what to do. I was kind of hoping we would have been like in the 70, maybe 80 win mark, and we weren't. Do I try to upgrade the catcher position? Like, how did he do this year? 17 home runs. Wasn't great. I guess we could upgrade the catcher spot. Like, Romo's really not that great, but like, I don't know. This class besides pitchers doesn't look great. I'm gonna be honest. We'll figure something out. All right, season 3, we've at least moved from the bottom up to 24th in rank. So I mean, we're making moves. We're making moves. Let's start with the pitching staff. Paul Blackburn at the top. We give him a 2-year deal. Let's see what happens with him. I have faith. I have faith. He's gonna repay the faith. I can feel it. Then we've got Luis Garcia, who's probably actually gonna move to the #1 spot in the rotation. But 15 mil, 3 seasons. He's been fine. He didn't really pitch much in the first season, but the second season he was fine. We'll rock with it. Chase Dolander is going to be making his debut. We've got Marquez still in the mix, and then Griffin Canning. We're going to see how he does. He was pretty good with the Mets last year. We'll see what happens. It cost me 12 mil. Hopefully it goes well. Then we've got Wesneski, Cox, Foucher. Vesia is a new pickup. Hold on. Wait, this is all jumbled up. Hold on. We're going to go Vesia as our closer. Ooh, maybe Alvarado as our closer. He's been really good as a setup guy, though. Not in 2025, though. What about Vesia? Looks like he's been... Oh, he wasn't good as a closer. All right, Alvarado is the closer. Signed him to a 1-year deal, 6.5 mil. Vesia was 2 years, 8 mil. We're going to make him the setup guy. And then Jake Bird, Dominguez, Foucher, and Cox. We've got plenty of guys in the farm system, so I'm feeling good. This guy was a starter. I made him a reliever. I've actually done that with quite a few pitchers that I've made them closers. So all these guys were starters at one point, and then I moved them to closer recently so that we'd at least have some use for them potentially. We'll see. AAA lineup looks juiced, just insanely juiced, like just way too good to be a AAA lineup. But this is a make or break year for Veen and Beck. But these 3 right here, I'm feeling pretty good about. And then AA, I don't really think we have anybody. So there's that. MLB lineup. Our bench currently looks like this. I brought in Josh Bell just in case things don't go well with Tolia or a couple other guys. We have some depth on the bench. And then as you can see, Ike is making his debut. And then I did bring in a catcher in Ryan Jeffers. The guy hit 25 home runs last year. And we kind of need that. So for 13 mil, I thought it was a pretty decent price for a solid catcher. Let's rock with it. I need a big season from McMahon. I need a big season from Doyle. I need one from Tovar, Jones. And then I'm hoping the 2 youngsters can really pop off this year. So let's see what happens for season 3. All right, season 3 ends with us in the postseason as a wild card team playing the Pirates. I honestly thought we threw it away on the last day here with this loss. And I'll show you why. Because we had this spot. And the loss, I thought maybe the Cubs were going to sneak in or something like that. So we got lucky that we got that final wild card spot. As a team, we're actually moving up the ladder in batting average. Oh, we were a top 10 team. We were 7th. With a 258 average. What about runs? We were 5th with runs. Okay. Home runs? We were 8th with 211. That's a big step up. It looks like Ike Holland had a pretty good season with 30 home runs there. No awards there, though. Okay. Vince Slater, huh? This is... Man. He had a season, so he won Rookie of the Year. Yeah. I mean, that's a crazy year. MVP race, but Otani won it. Brent Rooker won it in the AL. We've got Heel and Skeens as the National League winners of the Cy Young. Batting title went to Acuna and Devers. And then Clase and Scott were the relievers of the year. Rookie of the year went to Vince Slater. Ike Holland finished in second. And Braden Taylor won it on the American League side. Okay. Pitching wise, this is what we're going to rock with for the postseason. Wesneski, not really a long reliever moving forward, more of a middle guy, but he held it down. Can't complain about what he did. Paul Blackburn, though, I gave him a 2-year deal. Really, really disappointed there, not going to lie. We've got Austin Cox, who was pretty solid. I'll definitely take that for 100 innings of work. Foucher, it's an improvement though. Like he got better, right? Like that's cool to see. And also we've got plenty of arms in the farm system. So I'm gonna see what we can do with some of these guys here. So we're looking pretty solid in terms of depth. We've got Sir Anthony Dominguez, who pitched 100 innings, was unbelievable. Jake Bird pitched 60 innings, was pretty solid, way better than what he did last year. Vesia as the setup guy, fantastic. And our closer, Jose Alvarado, who was on a 1-year deal, held it down. So starters, Luis Garcia, not bad. 3.5 ERA, 1.2 whip. I will take it. Marquez, best season in a while. I will take it for sure. Only a 1-year deal. I feel like I got to run it back with him for one more season. Maybe he's the long reliever moving forward. Chase Dolander had a very good rookie season. Very good rookie season. And we're going to finish it off with Griffin Canning, who has a 4 and a 5. Again, not a terrible year. The thing is, like, we can't keep having like 4.3 ERAs for our entire rotation. We need to close it down. And you're gonna be like, well, it's in Coors. They're gonna have a higher ERA. I know, but we're simming it, so it doesn't count. All right. So Vargas had a 375 average and 16 ABs. Hunter Goodman, yeah, not a single AB for Josh Bell. Yanquiel Fernandez really struggled this year, which is unfortunate. Really unfortunate. And then Owen Miller. If we take a look at our starters, Tovar had almost a 300 average with a 340 on base percentage. I will take that all day. Little bounce back season in terms of growth. Love it. Nolan Jones, way better than last year. Way better than last year. Ike Holland, huge improvement, good power, good growth in the contact. I'm happy with those numbers. 30 home runs, 8 stolen bases. It wasn't what Slater put up. A little disappointed we missed out on that, but I'm happy with what the production was. Tolia, okay. I don't hate the numbers, right? 24 home runs, 20 doubles. Like, this is what Tolia is going to do. Do we upgrade, though? Do we upgrade? Jeffers, 26 home runs. I will take it. 740 on OPS. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. McMahon, I didn't trade him. And the reason I didn't trade him with his contract expiring was because we were in a playoff race. And I was like, who am I going to be able to pick up that fits the team moving forward that would actually work? So I was like, let's just hold on to him. Maybe we keep him for another season as like a bench bat or something, depending on how much he wants. And he rewarded us. He got almost 30 home runs. Love to see it. Brenton Doyle's got a potential. Ooh, he had a great season. That is awesome. Veerling off the bench was fantastic. And then Amador, honestly, a 280 average with an 806 OPS. Yeah, give me more of that. That is huge for us. In terms of the prospects, we'll quickly just take a look at those, even though we are in the postseason. We do have the top 2 prospects in baseball. This guy's a 56 overall, though, so I don't understand that one. But Henley did lose a little bit of power versus lefties, which is disappointing, but overall not too bad. We have Kalaz, who might honestly start next year for us. His hitting stats look amazing. He's up to a 75. Like, that's insane. Ramirez, we've got Charlie Condon, who's up to a 69. I want to get him in the team. I do. I just don't know how. Young's up to a 76, and I think that's really about it in terms of guys that we've been focusing on. How do I get Condon into this team? Because the third baseman's going to come up, right? He can't play second, he can't play another position. No, he does. He's 5'11" too. So I guess maybe we move Holland to first. What is Henley's fielding? 70. He can play third. McMahon DH, or Henley is the DH. And then right field's technically open with Veerling leaving. We could put Kalaz there. Then where does Condon go? Condon's been playing the corners first, and he can play third. I don't know if he played third in real life, though. Let me check. He played 5 games in the minor leagues of third base, but it was mostly left field. So, like, I'll figure something out because I feel like most positions are taken, right? Like Holland at first, Henley DH. We can move Condon. We'll figure something out. Pitching though, we're fine. Off season, not off season time. It is postseason time. We're taking on the Pirates. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Let's see. We lose. Okay, our season's over. We lost both games. The Tigers defeat the Braves. All right, that's fine. My farm director is gone. Tough. All righty, let's figure this out. Ooh, 13 a year is not bad. Is not bad. What does Alvarado want? Hmm. Maybe. Maybe. Marquez, I feel like we got to run it back. We're right there. We're competing. He's been with the Rockies the whole time. Griffin Canning, I think I'm going to let walk, but I'll consider him as like a fifth. And then Dominguez here, a maybe. I got to figure this out because like he definitely needs to be on the team, right? Like he's our fifth best player already. So if that's the case, do we just say, you know what, McMahon, you've been fantastic, but it's time for you to go? Or Tolia to the bench, McMahon stays at third, and we go something like that. But not wait, no, like this, and then like that. No, like that. I had it right. No, I had it right. There we go. Like this. And then Tolia just moves to the bench. And we go with Kalaz and a Tolia platoon. What is Kalaz hit better? Lefties. I think Tolia hits lefties better too. Yeah, slightly, but like not really. Unless Tolia is like our main bench guy and we just let Bell go. But like Tolia's been one of our main power threats moving forward. I don't know. This is tough. But like realistically, the whole team's been really good this year in terms of like taking a step up. Amador was good. I mean, we also got to get Condon in this team. Do we put Condon in right field instead? Getting these two generational talents, like it's gonna sound really dumb for me to say, but it's throwing a wrench in the plans. Or do we say McMahon can be a bench bat with Tolia, and then we let like Vargas and Josh Bell go, and then we just kind of. But for 14 mil, McMahon's got to start. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is gonna be a question mark. There also might be a crazy name in free agency I want. I got to think about this. I'll see you guys for season 4. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like any of the options in free agency. So I was looking around at different teams that had available pitchers. Brian Bayo's available. I honestly think he's on the block. No, they took him off the block. Okay. Yes. I was also looking at the Red Sox team. Like they have Abreu. Like, yeah, those two are pretty bad. They do have Roman Anthony. They do have Duran. But like this team looks pretty bad. So maybe they're headed towards a rebuild. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give them one of these guys that we drafted. Let's see here. I'm gonna give them Ramirez, right? And then I'm also gonna give them Beck, and that should be fine. I feel like that's a fair trade. Bayo really hasn't been amazing. And I get he's 28. He could still grow. You know what? I'll throw in somebody else too. We'll throw in one more player. Let's throw in. I guess I can throw in another pitcher. I have so many pitchers. We'll throw in Waylock. There we go. We'll make that trade. Boom. There it is. Bayo is in the team. And I feel like that might round out the rotation now. The big thing is I really want to get a big arm in the bullpen. Like one really big arm. I think I added one to the board in Will Vest. But like again, I don't need another lefty. I've already got like 3 in the bullpen. And then like the rest are like kind of iffy. Maybe Hunter Harvey, maybe Luke Weaver. And then the closers, it's Fairbanks or Foley. But Foley's starting to regress a little bit. Maybe I could get him on the cheap. Let's see. Team needs, I need a right-handed pitcher. And I think that's it. I need a starter, reliever. We'll throw in closer to make sure I get the boost. I don't really need any positions. I'm really happy with the team that we've got going on here. So I'm gonna leave it. I think bullpen is the area I want to boost this team the most. Yeah, and then get those 2 arms, one here and then one to replace Voucher. I feel like that's a team. That's a team. Offensively, I feel like we can do it. We probably could use a little bit more power, especially since we're trying to hit like 300 and 700, 800 home runs, and this team is definitely not going to do that. Like Charlie Condon should have more power than what he does on the roster, but I guess we rock with it. I don't think we're gonna break the home run record. I think that's gonna be a challenge we fail. I just don't, unless I have like the best home run hitters in all of baseball in every single position. I don't even think that one's possible. I thought we were gonna be a little bit closer, but I do like the team. I do like the team. I mean, just to like break it down for you guys, what was it? 307? Like 307 divided by, I usually carry like 14 guys on the roster. It's 22 a person, right? So like 22 a person. Amador had 18. Doyle, McMahon, Jeffers got there. Ike did. Nolan Jones did not. Tovar did not. The bench, no, the bench didn't. Tolia did, but like he was starting. So like, like if it's just 9 people and realistically they use like maybe 2 or 3 bench bats, so like we'll say like 11 guys, like that's almost 28 home runs a person. Like that's a lot. I don't even, like, Condon can't start if we're gonna do that. You know what I mean? I don't think that's possible with this team. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I do like the team that we've assembled, though. I think this team can win it all. I do. I do. I think getting 2 generational talents also really helped too. So let's do it. Let's see what we can do for the final season. Already season 4. I've already simmed a couple days to get through waivers to get everybody where they need to be. Let's talk about the team. So Luis Garcia, Brian Bayo, we've got Marquez, Dolander, Blackburn. Not too much has changed with the rotation. Wesneski's going to hold it down in the long relief spot. And then we have Vess, Foley as the new additions. I think they cost me like 15 total. Yeah, about 15.5 mil between the two of them, Vesia and Alvarado. So I'm feeling good about that bullpen. And then, of course, we've got a couple guys we can turn to if need be. I want to give Vodnik a shot with that B potential. I thought he was going to be a guy, but it was like one of the only B potential relievers we had the entire rebuild. It just hasn't done much. Tolia, Vierling, Goodman, Yankiel, and Arenado is back. Was like, why not? Let's bring him back. Let's send him off on a good note, right? At least we hope so. At least we hope we win the World Series. But I like the bench. There's some good hitters here. And then look at this offense. Whew. Yeah, I'm liking this. Yeah, we're winning it all this year. I already know it. We're ranked 17th, 7th in power. Oh yeah, we're winning it all. 101 wins. We ran away with the division. The Dodgers were so bad. 89. Oh, I guess 89 wins is not bad. That's still a wild card spot. But 12 games above the Dodgers. Good ERA, average, decent slugging, on base percentage. The team is clicking on all cylinders. I'm going to make sure our pitching staff isn't in shambles, and then we'll be looking at the rewards. All right, league leaders, we had wins for Brian Bayo. I will take that. I will take that all day. Awards, we had Rookie of the Year for Perry Henley. Soto won MVP. Henley was in the race, though. I'll take that. Devers won it on the AL side. Crochet and Yamamoto were Cy Young winners. Bayo was in the mix, too. How? Just because of the wins? Okay. I mean, Yamamoto also didn't have the craziest of seasons. I mean, if anything, like Jared Jones had a better year. I mean, like compared to the AL side, which everyone had way better years. All right, Judge and Edwards batting title winners. We have reliever of the year to Griffin Jacks along with Rasmussen. And then Marcelo Meyer and Perry Henley won Rookie of the Year. Charlie Condon was also in the mix. Good to know. Good to know. All right, let's see. We were 3rd for batting average. We were 3rd for runs. We were 3rd for hits. This is the important one, though. Did we do it? We did not. We had 237 was the best that we could do. I mean, 237, I mean, we're still 70 short of of the record. So sadly, we weren't able to beat that goal. That's fine. Or that challenge. That's okay. One challenge failed isn't the worst, but Wesneski, I mean, like we still got time, right? Like if we don't win a World Series this year, like we can run it back and we could try to improve the team in a couple places. But I mean, I haven't seen a single team even come close to 300. What was the team this year? Where was it? 249. Like that's, man, I don't even, how am I going to get 307? But either way, we're going to have Hayden Wesneski had a pretty good long relief season, even though he's not really been, we've been seeing the middle relief guys get more. Dolander really struggled this year, so I'm going to let him be the extra long reliever for the postseason. We have Vest, who was very good. What a pickup that we got from him. Did he get an award this year? No, 2026. So we're in 2028. So we got to look at that. Vodnik came up in September because one of our relievers was struggling. He was good. So we're just going to let him rock in the postseason. Austin Cox continue, like, talk about a pickup. We got him and he just ran with it. He was insane for us. And then we had Foley, who was a really solid setup guy, along with Vesia, who was the main setup guy. And then Alvarado held it down once again with 50 saves. Love to see that. Marquez was, I'm going to say it, numbers wise, our best starter. I know it's crazy. Luis Garcia really struggled this season, which is unfortunate because he was really good last year. But I mean, a 4.313 whip is probably like decent in cores, to be honest. Paul Blackburn, big bounce back year, best year of the rebuild so far, which love to see that. We have Bayo, who was also very good. So I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think we just rock with this for the postseason lineup wise. So I did call up Kalaz. The issue was he wasn't on the 40 man, so I added him too late. But in the 23 at bats he had in September, he was nasty. So he is on the 40 man moving forward. And this was a guy that I drafted last year in the rebuild, year 3. I just didn't show you guys because I was like, well, he's kind of blocked by quite a few players. So I don't really know if he's going to get into the team. Looking at the bench, Goodman was solid. 9 home runs off the bench, 1,000 OPS, 100 at bats, pretty good. Yanquiel Fernandez only hit 1 home run in 70 at bats, but the numbers are fantastic, so I can't complain about that at all. What about Vierling? Pretty disappointing. Antolia had 7 home runs off the bench. So there we go. There we go. Tovar, not as good this year in the leadoff role. Okay. Nolan Jones was solid, 16 home runs. I definitely wish it was a little bit more, but he's been improving basically every single season, so it's been solid. Perry, man. Insane numbers. Plus 15 stolen bases? Like, come on. And he was an all-star? Oh, man. What is Tovar? Anything? He got a gold glove this year. Okay, I'll take it from him. Holland, another, I mean, those are crazy numbers. And 12 stolen bases. I mean, this guy's insane. We got 2. He's a 93? What is Perry? 89. Holy cow. Let's go to the Nationals really quick. He's a 90. What did he do this year? Yeah, pretty good numbers still. Not as many home runs or doubles. I think we made the right choice. I think we made the right choice. And then Devers, similar. 40 home runs from the catcher spot. Was he the most home runs in the team? He was. He beat out our 2 generational talents for home runs. McMahon, we brought him back on a decent contract and the best season of the rebuild, so I can't complain. Brenton Doyle, yeah, that's unfortunate. We've got Charlie Condon, who developed very well, and he hit 16 home runs. I mean, the numbers aren't great if you look at the average and everything, but I'm really happy with what he did. And Amador, if he would settle somewhere in between these 2 seasons, I think he'd be pretty happy with him at second base. So I'm really happy with the team. Who are we going to face in the postseason? It is, of course, the Dodgers, who I don't know if I've really seen their name come up in any big signings. No, I haven't. They're just, stacked from the beginning. So, of course, they're going to be good. Their pitching is going to be nasty. And then they've brought in Happ, Lamont Wade Jr., and Eugenio Suarez, along with Tyro Estrada. Realistically, we're better offensively. It's the pitching that's going to hold us back. Alrighty, Marquez versus Snell. We won. Did we win? We won 6-3. We lost the second. We won. Come on, Bayo, close it out. Take it on the Braves. I mean, that's also going to be a pretty difficult matchup. But Buck Melton, what was he? Season 1, season 2. Okay. Other than that, Christian Arroyo, Jordan Lawler, Dane Myers. Okay. Interesting. Pitching McClanahan and Alcantara. Okay. All right. Again, another team that's just stacked pitching wise. And this one, they're definitely better than the. Oh man. Look at the Athletics on the other side. Okay. Oh man. This is gonna be a tough matchup. Okay. Marquez versus Strider. Marquez went 4 2/3 in the first game. Strider went 8. Okay, we won. We lost the second, though. Okay, now at Atlanta, we at least got to take 2. That's a good start. That's a better start And Marquez closes it out. Are you serious? Now to face the Orioles. Before we take a look at the Orioles, though, I do want to see what the Athletics are cooking to make that far into the postseason. Okay, so Bellinger, Larnick's new, Hampson's new. Means, I think, was season 1 draft, if I'm correct. Geloff. Okay, I mean, is their pitching nasty? They might have just had one of those years that, like, just everything clicked for them. But now let's take a look at the Orioles. Fraley, Leody Taveras. Okay. They have Travis Bazana. Okay. And then a 71 rated Christian Walker. All right. Looking at their numbers for the postseason, there's some good, and then there's definitely some bad, too. Pitching wise, Bradish, Brady Singer. Okay. I don't know how to feel about this one. Was Lucas Gilbreth just nasty for them this year? Not really. I don't know. I like it's mixed. It's mixed for sure. Who's got game 1 here? Luis Garcia? No, it's Marquez all day. Like, come on. Let's flip that. Honestly, Luis Garcia has been garbage. Let's just rock with what we've got going on. And offensively, Tovar, please. Please wake up, man. Wake up. Oh man, the bottom of our lineup is doing so bad. Gee, I think we might go like that. And then I don't know. Is there anybody on the bench I can turn to? Have we had a single at-bat on the bench? All right. I think that's what we rock with. How have we been winning games? We're home to start it out. Let's get the win. That's a good start. Oh, yes, please. One game away. One game away from a sweep at Camden Yards for a World Series. What if we do like a Marquez 3 innings to a different pitcher, and we see how that goes. All right. So against Michael King with a 6.5 ERA or 6.3 ERA. This could be a good game for us. Or we might just be shut down from the start, like who knows. Let's see. A good single. We've got 16 speed on first, an error first and second. Okay. Thank you. Amador with the double to bring in both runs. I was going to say first and second, no outs. We didn't do anything with it. And then at least we got the 2. We got the 2. That is big. That is huge. Okay. Nolan Jones on first and second now. Fielder's choice is tough there with 2 outs. Couldn't get that extra run. What's Marquez looking like energy-wise? It's looking pretty good. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. It is only 2 runs, though. So, like, at any second, things could go downhill pretty quickly. They do get one back thanks to a Gunnar Henderson home run. Please. Okay, we get Nolan Jones on again. Like to see that. But we're not doing anything. You know what I mean? We're not taking advantage of it. A double. Huge from Jeffers. Please. A walk. Okay, first and second. Amador. I can feel it. Amador. No. Brent Doyle. Okay. Come on, man. I mean, 6 from Marquez on short rest. That is called just running on adrenaline. They're going to bring in Trevor Rogers to face McMahon. Okay. Nolan Jones is having a day. What is that? 2 walks and a single? He's getting on base. He's doing what needs to be done. And then that happens. Okay. I'm going to take out Marquez. I should have taken out Marquez already. That was done by me. I really should have. Righty, lefty, righty, lefty, switch hitter, lefty, lefty, lefty. I think Rutschman hits lefties better as well. So do I let Marquez face this batter and then just throw in a lefty and hopefully we can get out of it? I think I do get greedy. Fielder's choice. Okay, so now what are we looking like? He actually hits lefties better. But I mean, yeah, we'll do it. Big by Vesia to get out of that. Big. Let's get this insurance run, please. A triple is huge. Sack fly, bring them in. It doesn't even matter what happened. An error? That is. Oh, yes. We got the insurance run just like that. 2 fielders' choices then. That's fine. A couple lefties up. Let's let Vesia face them. Perfect. Let's take him out. Let's go to Foley. He'll get the one batter out, and now we're heading into the ninth with a 2-run lead to face Contreras, which offensively still not Nolan Jones. What is that? 3 walks on the day? Unbelievable. And then of course we're going to close it out with Alvarado. 1 out, 2 outs, and heading into the bottom of the ninth with a big name up to the plate. Can we close it out and sweep the Orioles for the World Series? Gunnar Henderson's hitting 400 for the postseason, so Alvarado needs to be on his A game. He is their 1 run. He fouls it off ahead of the first pitch of the AB. Alvarado nods the choice behind the plate. He likes what Jeffers is signaling. Let's see what we've got here. Okay, a little 12-6, not even close. 1-1. Come on, attack him. Make him hit the ball. You've got this. You've got the velocity. That's a good pitch. That's a really good pitch. Blue. Do you need these? Do you need to see that? That definitely was a strike. Definitely was a strike. I don't even know what So 2-1, fouls off another pitch. 2-2, down to their last strike. Here in the ninth, here in the World Series to keep their hopes alive. Alvarado, what do we got? How does he make contact with that? How does he make contact with that? Please. You know what? I'm feeling up in the zone. Just blow it by him. Just blow it by him. I'm feeling it. They're setting up low though. All right. Full count with Westberg, who is having a rough postseason with a 184 average. Okay, here we go. This is a big pitch because if he walks him, tying run comes to the plate, and he just pumped it right by him. Gunnar Henderson didn't even swing. What was he looking for? And there it is. The Rockies bring home a World Series. Is that their first World Series in history? I think it is. And we raise it in the 4th season. Unfortunately, not able to break the home run record set by a team in a single season. But hey, we kept to the pitcher rule. We won a World Series in 2028. And it feels pretty good. I feel like we left a lot of homegrown talent on this team. World Series MVP was Ryan Jeffers, and playoff MVP was also Ryan Jeffers, which he had 12 RBIs. He probably was like one of the only guys that brought in runs, to be honest. Pitching-wise, Garcia kind of struggled. Herman Marquez. We kept him around the whole rebuild, and it paid off. Paul Blackburn was really good. Bayo struggled a little bit. Looking at our bullpen was lights out. And then if we take a look at the lineup, McMahon, 300 average in the postseason. Nolan Jones had a 340 average in the postseason. Henley had a 236, but Holland had a 300 average. 327 for Jeffers, and then it definitely just falls off from here. Amador had almost a 300 average too. I mean, the team as a whole was fantastic. I mean, McMahon was already a Rocky, Jones already a Rocky, Tovar, Condon, Amador, Doyle, and then we drafted these 2, and we signed 1 catcher. Yeah, the bench was kind of a mix throughout the seasons, and then we brought in like Veerling and a couple other guys for season 2 and season 3, but for a majority of the rebuild, this was just a Rockies team. And then obviously the pitching was definitely, we had to overhaul that, but I feel really good about it. And that's the Rockies rebuild. Like, subscribe, comment, you know the whole deal. But if you're looking for more rebuild content on MLB The Show 25, you should check out this one right here. Catch you in the next one. Peace.